Cheerful and exciting stories to fall asleep.
Under a moonlit sky, a small basket floats along the dark jungle river. Fireflies twinkle, their ethereal lights mirroring stars on the water's still surface. The jungle's symphony of chirps and rustles forms a lullaby. Inside the basket, a baby sleeps peacefully. The baby is oblivious to the serene yet wild world around it. Under the cloak of night, a lone wolf strides along the shore, her keen eyes fixated on a strange shape nestled among the debris. A woven basket rests silently near the tide line. Driven by curiosity, she nudges it cautiously, an unspoken question in her gaze. Inside the wolf den, a cavern of earth and shadow, the pack's eyes gleam as their leader unveils her mysterious find. A silent revelation unfolds as the basket's contents are revealed. A human baby, nestled peacefully among soft cloths. A shared glance, a collective understanding. The wolf family gathers, embracing the child as one of their own. A new bond forged. Time softens the wild edges. Inside the wolf den, Mowgli grows, adapting to the rhythm of his new family. Mowgli, a boy amongst cubs, his laughter echoing through the den as he tumbles and plays. He runs with untamed joy, leaps with feral grace, mirroring the movements of his wolfkin. A seamless integration. Mowgli howls with the pack, a human voice blending with the call of the wild. Sunlight dapples the jungle floor as Mowgli sits, listening intently in the heart of the emerald wilderness. Baloo, a wise bear, gestures with a massive paw, beginning to impart the laws of the jungle to young Mowgli. Little cub, the jungle provides, but it ain't a free-for-all. Baloo booms, his voice resonating. Baloo's imposing figure softens as he speaks of respect, his eyes reflecting ancient wisdom. Respect the trees, the rivers, the creatures big and small, Baloo advises. Baloo concludes, they're all part of the Great Circle, emphasizing unity within the jungle. Sunlight paints the jungle floor as Bagheera, the Black Panther, guides young Mowgli through the dense undergrowth. Bagheera watches Mowgli with focused intensity, his movements fluid and silent amidst the vibrant greenery. Mowgli, the jungle is full of hidden dangers. You must always be alert, Bagheera warns, his voice low. I will teach you how to move silently. Survival depends on it, Bagheera asserts, imparting vital lessons. Sunlight filters through the dense jungle canopy, illuminating Mowgli as he begins his daily training. With a running start, Mowgli leaps, grabbing a thick vine, showcasing his growing confidence. He swings effortlessly, a natural grace evident in his movements. Mastering the jungle's rhythm, Mowgli scampers up a towering tree, his nimble hands finding purchase on every branch. Reaching the top, he surveys his domain, a wild child perfectly at home in the verdant world. His eyes sparkle with youthful energy and determination, ready to embrace any challenge. A sudden shadow falls across the jungle clearing, silencing the vibrant sounds of life. Shere Khan, a tiger of immense size and menace, steps into the light, his presence dominating the scene. A terrifying roar rips through the jungle, shaking the very trees and striking fear into every heart. The jungle falls silent, held captive by the tiger's raw power and predatory aura. The jungle air, thick with humidity, hangs heavy as dappled sunlight barely pierces the dense canopy. A palpable tension fills the air, disrupting the jungle's natural peace. Shere Khan, a massive Bengal tiger, his scarred features telling tales of battles fought. His powerful presence looms before the wolf pack, a silent challenge in his eyes. The tiger's muscles tense, ready to strike, his gaze unwavering and intense. Shere Khan's voice booms through the jungle. Humans don't belong here! In the heart of the jungle, Baloo, Bagheera, and the wolf pack convene, their shadows stretching long in the dappled sunlight. A heavy tension settles among them, thick as the jungle air, as they face a common threat. Worry etches deep lines on their faces, a reflection of the danger that stalks them. The humid air hangs still, amplifying the gravity of their silent deliberations. Baloo breaks the silence, his voice grave. We need a plan. Sunlight paints the jungle floor as Mowgli stands, a boy embodying wildness, his eyes gleaming with a spark of untamed ingenuity. His voice rings out, clear and decisive. Let's use fire. Shere Khan is afraid of it. The jungle holds its breath, listening. A silent, assessing gaze sweeps across the motley assembly of creatures, each considering the audacious proposal. The jungle awaits, a symphony of rustling leaves and unspoken tensions, as Mowgli's bold plan hangs in the balance. The jungle teems with life, a symphony of movement as animals work in perfect harmony. Elephants, majestic and strong, work as one to move fallen trees. Monkeys swing through the canopy, their movements a blur as they carry vines with ease. Birds, flashes of vibrant color, weave through branches, transporting leaves. Each creature moves with a clear purpose, driven by Mowgli's ingenious plan. The jungle resonates with coordinated effort, a testament to unity and shared vision. At the jungle's edge, night descends as Mowgli bravely faces Shere Khan, a blazing fire stick illuminating his defiant stance. The flickering firelight dances across Mowgli's determined face, each flicker highlighting his courage in the face of danger. Long, dancing shadows sway with the flames, painting a dramatic backdrop to the confrontation between boy and beast. The jungle holds its breath as Mowgli stands firm, the fire his only shield against the tiger's deadly gaze. Moonlight paints the jungle floor in silver and shadow, the dense canopy whispering secrets overhead. Mowgli stands defiant, his small frame radiating an unexpected strength against the wild. His eyes, unflinching, meet the tiger's gaze, a silent, primal challenge echoing in the night. The air crackles with tension as the two figures stand locked in a battle of wills. Mowgli's voice cuts through the stillness. Leave this jungle. At the jungle's edge, Shere Khan snarls, his fury checked by a more primal fear. Firelight dances in his wide, terrified eyes, mirroring the chaos within. He whirls, his tail tucked low, a clear sign of his retreat. Driven by terror, Shere Khan turns tail, abandoning his hunt. He flees into the darkness, a shadow swallowed by the night. The memory of Mowgli's bravery sears into his mind as he retreats. Under the cloak of night, a jungle clearing bursts alive with triumphant cries. A joyous roar echoes through the trees, signaling a hard-won victory. The jungle's inhabitants celebrate, their relief palpable in the humid air. Mowgli stands as a beacon of hope amidst the revelry, a savior in their eyes. The night sky witnesses a symphony of gratitude, a chorus of thanks for Mowgli. Sunlight paints the jungle clearing as Baloo, radiating warmth, twirls Mowgli, their laughter echoing through the trees. Mowgli's eyes sparkle with pure joy, a reflection of the deep bond he shares with Baloo in their playful dance. Baloo's pride swells as he watches Mowgli, a wide grin spreading across his face. That's my boy. Jungle creatures gaze in admiration, drawn to the heartwarming scene of kinship unfolding before them. Sunlight dapples through the emerald canopy, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor. A flash of vibrant red, a cardinal lands on a branch heavy with ripe, inviting fruit. The cardinal pecks delicately, its beak stained crimson with the sweet juice. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying the scent of ripe fruit and damp earth. Sunlight dapples through the emerald canopy, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor. A flash of vibrant red, a cardinal lands on a branch heavy with ripe, inviting fruit. The cardinal pecks delicately, its beak stained crimson with the sweet juice. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying the scent of ripe fruit and damp earth. Sunlight dapples through the emerald canopy, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor. A flash of vibrant red, a cardinal lands on a branch heavy with ripe, inviting fruit. The cardinal pecks delicately, its beak stained crimson with the sweet juice. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying the scent of ripe fruit and damp earth. High in the ancient oak, a cardinal returns to her nest, a woven haven cradled in the boughs. Two chicks, blind and featherless, gape hungrily, their silent screams echoing in the sun-dappled leaves. With tender care, the mother regurgitates the apple, a lifeline offered to her demanding young. The chicks jostle, their tiny bodies trembling with anticipation as they receive the nourishment. A cycle of life unfolds within the embrace of the oak, a testament to nature's enduring rhythm. In the distance, a flicker of orange emerges, an unnatural glow against the verdant trees. Not the gentle kiss of sunset, but a ravenous wildfire, its hunger insatiable. Born of a lightning's wrath, it claws its way through the forest's underbelly. Flames dance, painting the sky with hues of destruction. Smoke billows, a dark shroud obscuring the sun's light. The forest floor becomes a canvas of ash and embers. Under a merciless sun, flames devour the ancient oak, casting long, dancing shadows across the parched earth. The cardinal's desperate shriek pierces the air as she abandons her nest, a feathered silhouette against the rising inferno. Blackened bark crumbles as the fire's insatiable tendrils climb higher, consuming the majestic tree's life force. Squirrels, their bushy tails ablaze, dart past in a frantic scramble for survival, tiny figures against the fiery backdrop. A deer, its eyes wide with primal terror, bolts through the smoke-filled clearing, a fleeting image of desperate flight. The air crackles with heat as the oak becomes a roaring pyre, a beacon of destruction in the tranquil forest. The forest ablaze, the fires roar, a terrifying symphony of destruction. Flames dance with ravenous hunger, painting the night sky with fiery hues. An inferno consumes the undergrowth, transforming the familiar woods into a hellscape. Creatures great and small gather in desperate unity, fear uniting predator and prey. Eyes reflect the blaze, each animal bearing witness to the end of their world. A silent, shared dread hangs in the air as the forest burns, their home lost forever. The night sky splits open, unleashing a torrent of rain onto the forest below. Fat, heavy raindrops slam into the heart of the raging inferno. Steam hisses violently as water meets flame, creating a blinding white cloud. The fire sputters, choked by the relentless rain, and slowly dies. Dawn breaks over a forest of skeletal trees, their blackened branches clawing at the silent, heavy sky. Amidst the devastation, a tiny white kitten sits, its singed fur a stark contrast to the ash-covered ground. Her wide, green eyes glisten with unshed tears, reflecting the desolation around her. The kitten is a fragile beacon of life amidst the overwhelming silence and ruin. Dawn breaks, painting the forest floor with long shadows and golden light. A golden retriever gently nudges a small kitten, his low whine a tender murmur in the silent woods. With soft licks, he tenderly cleans the kitten's face, a silent vow of protection. The forest awakens to the unlikely friendship between a dog and a kitten. Days later, the forest clearing buzzes with industrious activity. The loyal dog faithfully drags salvaged planks into the sun-dappled space. With surprising strength, the kitten hammers nails, a smooth stone its makeshift tool. Each strike echoes determination, a testament to their will to rebuild. The clearing transforms, hope blossoming amidst the trees. Weeks later, where ashes had reigned, a small house now stands a beacon of resilience against the forest's edge. The house emerges as a testament to shared grief, a symbol of hope blossoming amidst shadows. Sunlight filters through the trees, casting a golden hue upon the newly built home, a promise of new beginnings. The clearing breathes with life, the small house a sanctuary found in the heart of the forest. Sunlight drenches the garden as they plant a fragile apple sapling, a symbol of new beginnings under the vast sky. Tails. The golden retriever wags with purpose, carefully carrying buckets of water, a loyal guardian in the sunlit scene. Each deliberate step ensures not a single drop spills, a testament to its gentle strength and unwavering dedication. A playful kitten parades, a stark contrast to the tranquil scene. A frog impaled on a stick, a cruel irony. The frog's croaking echoes a fragile song of life amidst the blossoming garden, a poignant reminder of nature's cycle. Sunlight glints on the river as they plunge into the cold water, a baptism washing away the grime and memory of ash. Kitten surfaces, shaking droplets from her face, her laughter echoing across the water. "Sound as bright as the sun," she declares, her voice filled with a joy that defies the recent darkness. The river flows around them, a cleansing current carrying away the remnants of what was lost. They swim, reborn in the cold, clear water, finding solace and renewal in the simple act of survival. A wave of sadness washes over her, the familiar ache settling deep within her heart. Sensing her distress, the dog nudges closer, a silent offer of warmth and companionship in the dim light. He wraps his body around her, a warm, furry shield against the encroaching darkness. His presence is a tangible comfort, a small light in the overwhelming sadness. In a wide, open field, figures huddle together, their hands moving deftly as they assemble a kite from colorful scraps. The kite, a vibrant patchwork of hues, catches the wind, its fabric straining eagerly against the pull. Launched skyward, the kite dances and twirls, a splash of defiance against the somber gray of the heavens. Higher and higher it soars, a beacon of color and hope, as it pulls away into the vast expanse above. Moonlight paints the room in stark contrasts of light and shadow. A lone kitten shivers, its tiny frame trembling in the vast space. A large dog approaches, his eyes soft with gentle understanding. The dog nudges the kitten closer, a silent offer of warmth. The kitten snuggles into the dog's fur, seeking solace. In the quiet of the night, an unlikely bond forms between them. Years drift by. An apple tree now stands tall, its branches heavy with ripe fruit, a testament to enduring life. Beneath the tree's generous shade, an old dog rests, its loyal eyes watching a familiar companion. A cat, once a kitten, now moves with practiced grace, scaling the sturdy branches of the apple tree. Their bond, forged in shared moments, remains unbroken, an unspoken promise in the quiet of the field. The apple tree, the old dog, and the cat, a tableau of enduring companionship bathed in golden light. Snow blankets Frostania, a monochrome world where flakes dance in the biting wind, and the trees stand frosted. Lena, 8, and Morrow, 9, trudge through the drifts, their breaths clouding the air in frosty puffs. Lumina, their unicorn, glides beside them, her horn radiating a soft, ethereal light. The forest whispers secrets in the wind as the trio presses onward, tiny figures against the vast, snowy expanse. Before them, The magical portal shimmers an archway swirling with brilliant snowflakes. Lumina halts, her gaze fixed on the ethereal gateway, a silent acknowledgement of the magic before them. Lena and Maro exchange excited glances, barely containing their anticipation. The portal pulses, promising untold adventures beyond its shimmering veil. The forest bursts with vibrant color, trees pulsing with an inner light, their bark shimmering with ethereal hues. Ice crystals scatter like a million diamonds, clinging to branches, reflecting the otherworldly glow. Small, furry creatures, eyes wide with wonder, dart among the luminous flora, captivated by the magic. The air crackles with palpable energy, a tangible force that vibrates through every leaf and stone. An overwhelming sense of awe and transformation permeates the scene, a world reborn in light and wonder. Deep within the silent forest, a magical sleigh appears, gliding just above the untouched snow. St. Nicholas sits regally upon the sleigh, his presence radiating warmth and timeless joy. His eyes twinkle with mirth, reflecting the serene beauty of the winter landscape. At his side, a sack overflows with the promise of festive treats, golden nuts and bright oranges. The air crackles with anticipation, a silent promise of joy and wonder. The scene is bathed in soft light, enhancing the magical atmosphere of the enchanted forest. St. Nicholas, eyes twinkling, his booming laugh echoing, greets Lena and Maro on the speeding sleigh. A fierce wind whips around them, an omen of the magical storm brewing on the horizon. Brace yourselves, my dears. A snowstorm of considerable magical force is upon us, St. Nicholas warns. St. Nicholas hands Lumina a snow globe. May it guide your way. Swirling snow within the globe reveals a path, promising safe passage through the impending blizzard. The path winds onward, a snowy trail carved through the winter landscape. A cluster of brightly lit cottages emerges, promising warmth and cheer. Snowdrifts cradle the village, a cozy haven against the stark white. Carols fill the crisp air, a melodious invitation to join the revelry. Laughter echoes through the village, a symphony of joy in the heart of Christmas folk. At the heart of the village square, Santa and Mrs. Claus orchestrate the festive chaos with seasoned grace. Gift sorting becomes a dance of holiday magic as they manage the bustling activity. Each present is handled with care, a promise of Christmas cheer. The air crackles with joyous energy, a symphony of laughter and holiday spirit filling the square. Children's eyes sparkle with anticipation, drawn to the center of the Christmas spectacle. Together, they embody the season's warmth, ensuring every corner of the village feels the Christmas glow. In the village square, Mrs. Claus offers steaming mugs, her smile as warm as the cocoa. Lena accepts the cocoa, her frozen fingers wrapping around the warm mug. Maro's face flushes with joy as the warmth chases away the winter chill. The sweet aroma of cocoa fills the air, a comforting scent against the cold backdrop. Gratitude shines in their eyes, reflecting the kindness of Mrs. Claus. In the bustling village square, Santa Claus, a beacon of cheer, shares a conspiratorial moment with Lena and Maro. Santa leans in, his eyes twinkling with mirth, ready to reveal a whimsical truth. His booming voice resonates as he imparts a magical secret. The secret of Christmas, my dears, is that I exist because children believe, Santa declares, his words hanging in the crisp air. Lena and Maro exchange a look of shared wonder, the enchantment of Christmas palpable around them. The forest is engulfed as a fierce snowstorm descends, the wind howling with the fury of a banshee. Trees bow in submission, their branches creaking and groaning under the relentless assault of the gale. Visibility plummets as snowflakes swirl in a blinding vortex, obscuring all that was once visible. The air is thick with snow, each gust a reminder of nature's raw, untamed power. A white curtain falls over the landscape, transforming the familiar forest into an alien world. In the heart of the forest, Lumina's hand trembles slightly as she holds the snow globe aloft. With a surge of determination, Lumina activates the globe, its magic humming to life. A beam of pure light shoots forth, slicing through the blinding snow. The light struggles against the storm, pushing back the swirling flakes. Before them, a narrow path is revealed, a beacon of hope in the white chaos. The snow globe's light dances, promising safe passage through the storm's icy grip. In the heart of a fierce forest storm, Mrs. Claus gestures, the snowflakes swirling at her command. She diverts the harshest winds, creating a small haven around Lena, Morrow, and Lumina. The storm's fury seems to lessen, a subtle shift in the chaotic dance of snow. A fragile calm descends, a testament to her protective magic amidst the raging elements. Santa's Christmas cheer amplifies Lumina's magic in the storm-swept forest. A beacon of hope against the tempest, a surge of power births a radiant light, defying the storm's wrath, illuminating the wilderness. The beacon pulses, a guiding star in the tempestuous night, leading the way forward. Their path is now illuminated through the storm. After the storm, Crystal Mountain emerges, its peak gleaming under the sun's fragile light. A solitary cabin nestles at the mountain's base, a beacon of warmth against the stark landscape. Smoke rises gently from the chimney, an inviting promise of shelter and respite. The air is crisp and clean, carrying the scent of pine and the echo of the receding storm. Crystal Mountain looms, its silent majesty a stark contrast to the humble cabin below. The cabin stands as a symbol of human resilience, a warm haven in a vast, untamed wilderness. The cabin door creaks open, promising warmth and safety. Grandparents stand silhouetted, their faces reflecting pure, unconditional love and relief. Golden light spills from within, beckoning them into a haven of comfort. Each line on their faces tells a story of worry turned to joy. A silent promise of protection and love fills the air. Inside the cozy cabin, Lena and Morrow bubble with excitement, their voices overlapping in a rush of childlike wonder. They excitedly recount tales of St. Nicholas, Santa, and Mrs. Claus, their eyes wide with the magic of the night. The grandparents exchange a knowing glance, smiles playing gently on their lips as they listen to the children's stories. Yes, they say, their eyes twinkling with shared secrets, Santa exists for those who believe.
Jack, a young boy, lived with his mother in poverty. His mother asked him to sell their only cow. On the way, Jack met a man. The man offered 5 magic beans for the cow. Jack accepted, but his mother was furious. She threw the beans out the window. The next morning, a gigantic beanstalk grew. Jack decided to climb it to the clouds. He found a castle belonging to a giant. While the giant slept, Jack stole gold coins. He scrambled down the beanstalk quickly. The gold helped them for a while. Soon it was gone, and Jack climbed again. This time, he stole a hen that laid golden eggs. The giant woke up and chased him. Jack made it down safely and quickly. Still not satisfied, Jack climbed a 3rd time. He found a magical golden harp. It played beautiful music by itself. As he took it, the harp cried out, "Master!" The giant woke up and roared in anger. He chased Jack down the beanstalk. Jack yelled, "Mother, bring the axe!" His mother rushed out with an axe. Jack chopped down the beanstalk. The giant came crashing down. He was never seen again after that day. With the hen, harp, and gold, they prospered. Jack and his mother were very content. However, Jack knew the value of hard work. He started a farm using the hen's gold. The harp's music made the crops flourish. Jack and his mother shared their wealth. They helped others in need in their village. Jack learned that true magic is kindness. They lived happily ever after.
Flour dusts the air as Milo and Tina turn the kitchen into a whirlwind of baking chaos. Milo frantically mixes ingredients, a young chef battling a culinary storm. Tina, with mischievous glee, pilfers chocolate chips, her eyes sparkling with delight. Okay, Tina, flour, sugar, chocolate chips, and hey, don't eat the chips, Milo cries out, a mix of exasperation and affection in his voice. I'm just taste testing, Tina retorts, her defense as sweet as the stolen chips. In a flurry of sugar, Snowflake, a tiny Christmas elf, bursts from the cookie jar, his eyes wide with festive zeal. Stop! Halt! Hold your whisks! Snowflake cries, his voice in high-pitched command in the cozy kitchen. Milo recoils, startled by the sudden appearance of the miniature baker. Ah! Who are you? With a flourish, Snowflake announces. Snowflake, the baking elf, professional cookie consultant. Snowflake surveys the kitchen, ready to transform the cookie baking with his expert advice. Milo stares, wondering if he's dreaming as the tiny elf prepares to revolutionize his Christmas cookies. Crunching snow announces Chonky's arrival, a grumpy talking snowman waddling into view. Snow scatters as he moves, a flurry of frosty flakes marking his path. Chonky squints, his coal eyes struggling to pierce through the snowy haze. A hint of curiosity sparks beneath his frosty demeanor. His voice rumbles, a question hanging in crisp winter air. Did someone say cookies? Chonky asks, his carrot nose twitching hopefully. In the kitchen, Snowflake's eyes sparkle. He raises his wand, ready to assist with a determined look. Stand back. I will fix your dough with a touch of magic, Snowflake declares, full of confidence. A sudden tickle assaults Snowflake's nose as he casts the spell. Cookie, kadoo, achoo. Milo watches, puzzled, and asks, was the sneeze part of the spell? In the kitchen, the cookie dough bubbles and jiggles ominously, as if possessed by an unseen force. Tina cries out, her voice laced with disbelief. The dough is moving. Chonky's eyes widen, sensing the impending chaos. I knew. I smelled trouble and sugar. The dough leaps from the bowl, splattering onto the floor with a grotesque, sugary slap. The kitchen fills with the scent of warm sugar as a mischievous lump of cookie dough gains sentience. Chocolate chip eyes glint mischievously as the dough begins its daring escape from the counter. A glistening, sticky tread marks the cookie dough's audacious journey across the countertop. Milo and Tina react with wide-eyed surprise, their faces a mix of shock and playful intent. Snowflake and Chonky join the chase, their determination growing with each passing second. Come back, you delicious daredevil, Snowflake cries out, her voice echoing through the kitchen. A sugary tidal wave of cookie dough slides menacingly into the living room, an unstoppable force of sweet destruction. Ornaments crash to the floor, delicate glass shattering under the relentless advance of the dough. Tinsel is swept away, glittering strands disappearing into the mass. Milo's eyes widen in disbelief and terror as he shouts, "It's heading for the living room!" Tina points aghast. "It stole a candy cane!" she exclaims, witnessing the dough's confectionery conquest. Chunky slips on spilled flour, his eyes widening in comical panic as he begins an uncontrolled spin. Nobody outruns a snowman on a mission, Chunky cries, his voice laced with playful determination amidst the chaos. Snowflake watches Chunky's flailing form, a worried frown creasing her snowy brow. It's too fast. We need a plan. Snowflake shouts over emotion, her voice tinged with urgency. Tina's eyes ignite with inspiration, a spark of mischievous excitement dancing within her gaze. Milo watches, his face a canvas of bewilderment mixed with exasperation. Maybe it just needs a little sweetness, Tina suggests, her voice lilting with playful intent. What, more sugar? Milo retorts, his eyebrows arching in disbelief. Tina grins, undeterred. Everything's nicer with sugar. In the living room, Tina carefully sprinkles sugar, crafting a glittering path across the floor. The sugar sparkles under the light, a tempting trail winding back towards the kitchen. There, good cookie, Tina whispers, her voice a soothing invitation. The sentient dove inches forward, its formless body drawn by the sugary allure. It reaches the trail's end, a moment of sweet triumph in its doughy existence. Curling contentedly into a dough ball, it settles in blissful repose. In the kitchen, the cookie dough rests undisturbed in its bowl, bathed in a soft, inviting light. Perfect. Back to the bowl you go, Snowflake says, her voice light with satisfaction. Milo carefully scrapes the dough from the bowl, its sweet scent filling the air. Tina watches Milo, anticipation sparkling in her eyes as they prepare the baking sheet. Working together, Milo and Tina gently place each mound of dough, a promise of warmth and sweetness. The kitchen is filled with the sweet aroma of baking, a promise of warmth and comfort. Golden brown cookies rest on a plate, their delicious scent permeating the air. A sudden flash of light illumines the room, followed by a shower of sparkling dust. Santa appears, his eyes twinkling with warmth and good cheer. Ho, ho, ho! Smells delicious in here, Santa exclaims, his voice booming with jovial delight. Chonky's eyes beam with anticipation, a paw pointing to a cookie, a beacon of sugar and spice in the warm kitchen light. Steam dances from the oven, a fragrant invitation to a world of untold possibilities. The cookie seems to glow, tempting treasure under the kitchen lights. Santa, a twinkle in his eye, reaches for the cookie, ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey. Try the adventurous one, Chonky exclaims, his voice bubbling with excitement. Santa savors the cookie, his brow furrowed in thought before his eyes widen in surprise. The cookie practically glows, its sprinkles shimmering. This cookie has personality, Santa exclaims, a twinkle in his eye. The cookie seems to wiggle in and in, as if understanding Santa's praise. A moment of pure joy and holiday magic fills the kitchen. The kitchen is alive with laughter, faces radiant in the warm, festive glow of Christmas. Milo exclaims, "Best Christmas cookies ever," his eyes sparkling with delight. Tina grins, a touch of triumph in her voice. Told you, it just needed more sugar. A shared moment of joy and connection fills the room as the sweet aroma of cookies lingers. The kitchen glows, a haven of warmth. Cookie dough wiggles happily on a baking tray. Smiling faces gather around, reflecting pure joy. An unexpected Christmas treat brings sweetness.
Little Timmy loved Christmas more than anything. He loved the sparkling lights, the smell of pine, and the thought of Santa's visit. But this year, Christmas felt so far away. Each day seemed like a week, and each week like a month. Timmy tried everything to make the time go faster. He helped his mom bake cookies, hoping the sweet smell would bring Christmas closer. He decorated the tree with colorful ornaments, imagining Santa admiring his work. He even wrote a letter to Santa asking him to hurry. But still, Christmas felt like a distant dream. One evening, Timmy's grandma came to visit. She saw the sadness in his eyes and asked what was wrong. Timmy explained how long the wait for Christmas felt. Grandma smiled and said, "Christmas isn't just about the presents, Timmy. It's about spending time with family and friends. It's about sharing love and joy with everyone around you." Timmy thought about what Grandma said. He realized she was right. He started helping his neighbors with their Christmas decorations. He sang carols with his family every night. He even volunteered at a local soup kitchen to help those in need. As Timmy focused on spreading joy, something magical happened. The days started to fly by. He was so busy making others happy that he forgot about waiting. Finally, Christmas Eve arrived. Timmy couldn't believe how quickly the time had passed. He spent the evening with his family, laughing, singing, and sharing stories. As he drifted off to sleep, he realized that Grandma was right. Christmas wasn't just about the presents. It was about the love and joy he shared with others. The next morning, Timmy woke up to a pile of presents under the tree. But this year, the presents weren't the most important thing. The most important thing was the warmth in his heart and the love he shared with his family and friends.
Flour dusts the sunlit kitchen as Milo, 8, intensely mixes ingredients in a large bowl, his brow furrowed in concentration. Tina, his younger sister, stands close by, her eyes gleaming with mischief as she stealthily grabs chocolate chips. A close-up on Tina's face, her cheeks smudged with chocolate, a silent accomplice in Milo's chaotic baking adventure. Milo pours in another handful of flour, the cloud momentarily obscuring his face, a whirlwind of youthful energy. The scene captures the essence of childhood. Messy, joyful, and full of sweet secrets shared between siblings. A hyperactive elf, Snowflake, bursts from a cookie jar, his face etched with agitation. The scent of baking draws Chonky, a grumpy snowman, into the kitchen, leaving a trail of snow. Snowflake cries, "Stop! Halt! Hold your whisks! This is not how you make Christmas cookies." Drawn by the aroma, Chonky shuffles forward, his curiosity piqued. "Did someone say cookies?" Snowflake, eyes gleaming with resolve, declares, "Stand back. I will fix your dough with a touch of magic." He dramatically raises his wand, poised to cast the spell, the ruined dough awaiting its miraculous transformation. Just as the incantation begins, a sudden, Uncontrollable tickle seizes Snowflake, disrupting his magical focus. His face contorts, magic faltering as the tickle intensifies, threatening to derail the spell. In a burst of sneezy chaos, Snowflake cries, "Cookie Kadoo Aku!" His spell sputtering mid-cast. The kitchen air crackles with misfired magic as Snowflake grapples with the unexpected interruption. On the stainless steel, cookie dough writhes, an unnatural life stirring within. Milo stares, confusion battling disbelief in his wide eyes. Milo stammers, was the sneeze part of the spell? As the dough pulsates with increasing vigor, Tina's eyes widen, a horrified fascination gripping her. "The dough is moving!" she cries out, backing away slowly. Chonky, the cat, appears, sniffing the air with disdain. "I knew I smelled trouble. And sugar," he declares. A ball of dough escapes the mixing bowl, flying through the air in a gravity-defying arc. Splat! The dough hits the tiled floor, a culinary escapee embarking on a wild adventure. The dough rolls away, a delicious runaway with a mind of its own. "Come back, you delicious daredevil!" Snowflake cries out, a mix of playful frustration and delight in her voice. The living dough oozes down the hallway, leaving a glistening, sticky trail in its wake. Milo and Tina scramble after the runaway dough, their feet slipping on the widening mess. Tina lunges, her fingers sinking into the soft, yielding dough, but it slips through her grasp. Milo, with a determined grin, slides on his knees, trying to cut off the dough's escape. The dough expands, filling the hallway with its amorphous, bubbling form. A chaotic scene of slippery pursuit unfolds as Milo and Tina struggle against the doughy surge. Chaos erupts as the dough bursts into the living room, a destructive force of nature unleashed. Ornaments and tinsel are sent flying, glittering debris scattered in the wake of the dough's rampage. "It's heading for the living room!" Milo shouts, his voice laced with a mix of alarm and disbelief. The once pristine living room transforms into a scene of festive pandemonium, a whirlwind of holiday cheer turned upside down. The doughy mass continues its relentless advance, a comical yet destructive force reshaping the domestic landscape. A comical disaster unfolds as the dough redefines the meaning of holiday spirit, leaving a trail of laughter and destruction. In the living room, Tina points, eyes wide with alarm, towards the kitchen. "It stole a candy cane!" Tina cries out, her voice filled with a mix of shock and urgency. Chonky, a small snowman, scrambles after the gingerbread man, his eyes blazing. "Nobody outruns a snowman on a mission," Chonky declares, determination etched on his face. Chonky lunges, his stubby arms outstretched, ready to capture his elusive target. His feet slip on the smooth floor, momentum lost in a comical yet desperate slide. Snowflake's eyes dart around the living room, confusion etched on her face as she surveys the unfolding chaos. "It's too fast! We need a plan!" Snowflake cries out, her voice laced with urgency. Tina looks thoughtful, a mischievous glint in her eyes suggesting an unconventional solution. "Maybe it just needs a little sweetness?" Tina suggests, a hopeful smile playing on her lips. The room stands still for a moment, awaiting Snowflake's reaction to Tina's unexpected proposal. Milo stares at Tina, his face etched with disbelief. Tina's eyes gleam with mischievous determination as she snatches the sugar shaker. On the table, the dough pulsates with an unsettling life of its own. Milo's voice cracks with incredulity. "What? More sugar?" Tina grins, brandishing the shaker. "Everything's nicer with sugar." The dough continues to wriggle, fueled by sugar and dark magic. In the cozy living room, Tina's hands move gently, sprinkling sugar over the dough. The soft light catches the sugar crystals, creating a delicate sparkle on the surface. Tina whispers to the dough, her voice full of warmth and affection. There, good cookie," she murmurs, as if comforting a small child. Her eyes are soft, reflecting a deep contentment in this simple act. The scent of sweet dough fills the air, promising warmth and comfort. Snowflake stands in the warm living room, a visible exhalation marking a release of tension. The soft glow of the room highlights the gentle curve of a simple bowl in Snowflake's hands. "Perfect! Back to the bowl you go," Snowflake murmurs, a sense of satisfaction in their voice. Each movement is deliberate, filled with a quiet purpose as they focus on the task at hand. The bowl, now held with care, seems to symbolize a return to normalcy and peace. A faint smile graces Snowflake's lips, reflecting the simple joy of completing a task. A sudden sparkle of light illuminates the familiar living room. Santa's jovial laughter fills the air. Ho, ho, ho! Smells delicious in here. The scent of cookies lingers. An invitation to holiday cheer. Chonky gestures excitedly, eyes sparkling with mischief. Try the adventurous one, Chonky exclaims. A plate of cookies sits on the table, waiting to be sampled. In a cozy living room, Santa, a jolly man with twinkling eyes, savors a bite of a cookie. A hearty escapes Santa's lips, his face lighting up with surprise and pure delight. This cookie has personality, Santa exclaims, a twinkle dancing in his eyes. The cookie wiggles proudly on the tray, basking in Santa's joyful reaction. Santa's laughter fills the room, a warm and comforting sound on this special night. Another bite, and Santa's eyes widen further, completely captivated by the cookie's charm. Warm laughter fills the living room, a symphony of joy echoing through the festive air. Faces glow with happiness, illuminated by the twinkling Christmas tree lights. Milo grins, eyes sparkling with delight at the taste of the cookies. Best Christmas cookies ever, Milo exclaims, his words adding to the cheerful ambiance. The room brims with warmth and contentment, a perfect Christmas tableau unfolding. Christmas tree lights cast a warm glow on Tina's face as she stands in the cozy living room. A triumphant smile blooms across Tina's face as she gestures toward a plate piled high with cookies. Told you, it just needed more sugar, Tina declares, her eyes sparkling with playful victory. Laughter fills the room as everyone shares the cookies, a sweet reward for their Christmas baking adventure. The scene glows with shared joy and festive spirit as they celebrate their Christmas cookie success.